These big companies now in Silicon Valley, they're going to start laying people off.
Amazon.
They're going to lay people off, and those people are not going to have the necessary skills to fill the current openings.
Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Let's roll into it.
If it were the case that job satisfaction is all about the job, then all garbage men would be equally miserable. All Wall Street types would be equally optimistic. It's laughable.
Intro this idea that every kid needs to go to college, and that the only way for success in America is to go to college and to collect all the student loan and have the student loan hanging over your back, and then have to pay that off the rest of your career or rest of your life. And then the majority of people who get degrees don't even end up doing the jobs that they have degrees in. So why did you even have to get a degree? Degrees have become this check mark that we do just to get something or to get a job that we think we want, instead of potentially pursuing something that would be more fulfilling for you as a human being, to maybe be a blue-collar worker. But this idea that all of our children need to be better, and I'm a parent myself, so I don't know exactly what to say. I don't know exactly whether to tell you to have your children go to college and get degrees, or to become a blue-collar worker and make just as much money. Because there are plenty of blue-collar workers who income-wise don't make blue-collar wages, but they do a blue-collar job and work outside, work with their hands. But what is wrong with that? And I'm not here, like I said, to judge one way or another. I do have my bias towards blue-collar work. But at some point, we have to really think that if everybody gets a college degree, then who's going to come to your house and fix your plumbing? Because you won't know how to do it either. And or your grandkids or your kids won't know how to do it. Not really thinking about what the real future of America is going to look like if all we have our kids do is get college degrees, instead of in potentially being more fulfilled in a blue-collar job, making just as much money.
Job satisfaction has something to do with the job, but a whole lot more to do with the person. And if you start to look at work like this thing, that's separate and apart from the man or the woman.
And don't misunderstand what he's saying. He's not saying that you have to sell your soul for your job or become the person who's part of your job. I know a lot of younger people worry about that. But you do have to invest a certain amount of time now to have a actual directed career later on in your life. And not everybody's going to become college educated. So a lot of people are going to become laborers. We need to accept that a little bit more and start to direct people into the skilled labors that we're going to need, instead of just leaving our children unguided to just fumble into whatever they fumble into.
Have you made it the enemy? Have you suggested, perhaps, that it's the proximate cause of whatever unhappiness you have in your life? Most people have.
But what else would you do with your life? I know it seems so horrible to just think that we as human beings are going to have to work all of our lives, but that's the reality. No matter what you're doing, it's work of some kind. So again, if you want to be happy, it's not a matter of just going and doing this thing because everybody's doing it. It's a matter of finding the thing that is going to be most beneficial for you in the long run. And it might be a plumber. It might be an electrician. I know electricians who are really happy, who have really happy lives, who make really good money. I know welders. I know plumbers who are very happy. They were lucky enough to stumble into what has turned into long-term careers. We're going to need these people to do these jobs. And there are some people who would be very good skill set in fulfilling some of these jobs. as opposed to pursuing careers that aren't for them. And hopefully stumbling upon something that works for them in the long run.
We've just asked millions and millions and millions of people who have worked really, really hard from the moment they got out of high school, who have built businesses, who create jobs. We're asking those people to write the check for $1.7 trillion in outstanding student loans from people who went another way, who made another choice. I got 24 friends with big, fat car payments and truck payments who run construction sites. They need their Ford 350. They need the big Dodge. They have to have it. They bought it. They're paying it off. They're building your house. They're building our roads. Is anybody talking about paying off the debt of that truck? Of course not. And by the way, nor should we. All you need to know about where the line is drawn is about what tools we value.
And we push all of our children into college degrees, and then we're wondering why we don't really have the skilled workers that we need right now. Part of the reason for the shortages of all the services and all the goods that we all see in America right now are because, number one, there aren't skilled workers, and then there aren't really people who want to stay doing work in general. We're not necessarily directing our American way of life. We're just taking advantage of it and not understanding the maintenance that's required to keep it going. And it was built on labor. I'm just the guy here pushing labor. Plenty of other people can push college and do whatever you want, but this is what we need more of, is workers who are willing to get dirty, learn skills, make good money doing it, and have a fulfilling career more than just miserably kind of stumbling through from one job to the next, being unhappy. We need to maybe push a little bit more of this through our schools so that long term we're trying to help kids find what is actually better for them instead of just pushing them all to college. We're disrespecting and villainizing all of the blue collar and working class jobs that provide great lives for people. That story doesn't get told. It gets told as if that life without a college degree is horrible. And that if you're a laborer, you're just this sad, lowly person for all of your life when your children have no future, no anything. The average entrepreneur in America only makes in the mid 40,000s. I make plenty more than that. And I'm just a laborer myself. Thanks for hitting the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers and to my old subscribers. I love all of you. Thanks for watching. Later.